I was talking with some people, and eventually the topic drifted to gang violence. The idea that people would go into an organization with the purpose of doing crimes, whether that's stealing stuff that you can sell for money, or harming people with the intent of instilling fear, anything like that. Everybody knows what gang violence is. And these people were talking about the gang members and how harmful they are, how they were the worst people in the world, how they cause so many problems, how they're just scum, they don't do anything with their lives, and how they should just die. Now, first off, I can't exactly disagree with the concept that they're arguing, because obviously gangs are bad. I would rather live in a neighborhood without gangs than I would with, and I'm pretty sure basically everybody would. But I think that the way they're approaching this topic is wrong. It puts too much focus on personal accountability, and I know that's a really dangerous thing to say, because in America, people love to talk about personal accountability, personal responsibility, the idea that you control your actions and your future, and everything is on you, basically. That way, if you're successful, you can say that it's your own hard work. That's the American dream. You can be nothing, work hard, grab yourself by the pant legs or whatever, and just build yourself up. And you're strong. Americans are strong. We can build ourselves up on our own. But I don't really think that people work like that, though. I feel like this is just a wrong way of looking at the behavior of people. When people act like this and they talk like this, it leads to one statement that I really hate. When you're looking at some gang member who attacks someone else, mugs somebody, rapes somebody, kills somebody, anything, and these people say, I would never do something like that. How do you know? How do you know you would never do something like that? That's what I want to know. Granted, I'm not defending the actions that these people are making. I'm not saying that they are justified in any way. I'm not saying that they shouldn't face any form of legal punishment. I'm just saying that these people like to say that the people committing the crimes, it's just totally on them. It's easy if you're like some white guy who grew up in a fairly suburban area, like me. You never had to face any crimes or anything, any criminals doing bad stuff. So of course I didn't end up in a gang. Well, what if I was some black guy in like the most ghetto part of Detroit, or something like that? What if you were? And your parents didn't work, they lived off of welfare, maybe your dad got drunk and beat you, the schools were garbage, so there was no hope there ever, and the only sense of community you had around you was the gang. So some people might ask, what's the point of these questions that you're asking? What do they add? If I'm not trying to say that these criminals shouldn't go to jail for rape or murder, why does any of this matter? Why does it matter why they act the way that they act? I just have a problem with the way people view problems in society. Like these people who do horrible things, they're treated as though they're a disease, like an infection in a body that's come to damage you. I don't view violence or the evil actions of people to be a disease, though. I view them to be symptoms of a greater disease. Why do people do this sort of violence? It's because they live in shitty situations. They might grow up poor, ultra poor, they have no sort of foundation in their life, they have no way of getting solid education, they have nothing. So they end up pressured into doing this sort of thing. They're a symptom of the disease, and that disease is a lot of stuff, really. There's too much to just name at once, but there are so many things wrong with American culture, American economics or politics, whatever. There are so many problems, and these horrible things, they're the result of these problems. The only way that we're going to fix any problem like violence is to fix what's causing them. To stop the symptoms from coming, you have to stop the disease at its heart. You're not going to stop gang violence by throwing a few gang members in jail. You got to stop it by preventing the situations that are causing people to act like this. And sure, if you stop that, there's still going to be violence. Some people are just sociopathic, and they're going to hurt people, and they won't care no matter what. But a lot of people, they are influenced so much by everything around them. Like you and me. Once again, if you were raised in like a ghetto area, you had nothing, how do you think you would have turned out? Do you think you would have turned out the same way that you did now?